So this video will be the first in a series of tutorials on how to use Onshape, which is a computer-aided design or CAD program on the iPad, which allows you to design 2D or 3D objects for, laser cutting, 3D printing, that kind of stuff. So in this first video, we're going to cover the absolute basics, which is how to, move the view of an object in Onshape, and also how to use different finger gestures on the iPad to perform different actions. So what I'm going to use, and you can do this on your iPad as well, is I'm going to go to the question mark for help, and I'm going to go to review gesture controls. From there, it opens up a completed 3D design. Okay, the stuff we're going to do here applies equally to like flat two-dimensional designs as well, but in this case here, this is our 3D design. And our first gesture is we can put a single finger on there and drag that single finger around to rotate the object we're looking at. Okay, now in this video, wherever you see an orange dot or a trail of orange dots, that's where my finger's pressing. So we can do it this way, put the finger on the screen and drag it to move the objects. It's not super precise in terms of how it controls things though. So if you want more precise control, we can press this cube in the top right-hand corner and we can select from a particular view: top, front, right, left, etc. We can also, if we want like a more precise 3D view, we can always choose isometric here. Okay, so that's how we change the view of an object. If we swipe down the bottom here, and next finger control is to pan. So pan just basically means move your view left or right, up or down, that kind of thing. So to pan on the iPad, we put two fingers on the screen and drag from side to side or drag up and down. Okay, so pan, moving an object, is two fingers on the screen and drag. And then if we want to zoom in or zoom out, it's just like a smartphone, two fingers on the screen, pinch them inwards to zoom out, pinch them outwards to zoom in. So two fingers and pinch to zoom in and out. And then sometimes we might want to select particular parts of our design. Now the way we do that is, I'll zoom in a little bit here, we just press on the things that we want to select. Now you do have to be a little bit careful here. This is not as precise as working with a mouse. But let's say I wanted to do this edge just next to my finger. I want to select that edge. So I can press on that, and if it's selected, it gets highlighted in yellow. If I want to select the other horizontal edge, I can press on that as well. I can press on another one. I can do this as many times as I want. If I want to unselect something, once it's been selected and highlighted in yellow, I just press on it again to unselect it. If I've selected a whole bunch of stuff and I've kind of gone in too deep and I just want to get rid of everything, I can always double tap on the screen and that will unselect everything. And you'll see here that not only can I select the edges of objects, I can also select whole areas, which is what we call faces. So I can press on that area or that face to select that area there to select that. Okay, so we can either do edges or we can do entire faces. And remember, if we want to unselect everything because we've stuffed up, double tap and all the yellow disappears. So that's how we select things. If we want more options, then we can tap our two fingers on the screen at the same time like that, and that gives us extra options. It's kind of like right-clicking on a mouse on a normal computer. So let's suppose that I want to do something with this edge here, right? So I select it, then I double tap on the screen, and it gives me a whole bunch of extra options I can do to that edge, right? So tapping with two fingers on the screen once you've selected something is like right-clicking for more options on a mouse on a computer. Okay, sometimes picking precise points on this can be difficult, particularly if they're small. So what we can do, if we want to be more precise in how we select things, we can put our finger on there to get this little cross, and then we can put the middle of that crosshair onto particular points. So if I want to select the corners of those little shapes there, I can do that by pressing and holding to get those crosshairs, and then putting the middle of the crosshair over the thing that I want to select. Okay, so we can use that for precise selection control, because you will find that compared to using a mouse, selecting things with your finger on the iPad is just not as precise. And then our last thing, well, that's it, okay? So there are our finger gestures. If you have a wireless mouse or an Apple Pencil, you're probably going to find using this program a lot easier. But if you practice these finger gestures, you can still get away with doing a fair bit of stuff on Onshape just using your finger gestures on the iPad. Okay, done.